Thanks, first of all, Vasilios, for the introduction. And from raw materials to products that are made from the raw materials. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Economic Forum if you're just joining us. My name is Angelo Tsakumis, and I'm honored to be here today as one of the newest members of the THI board. I am a founding member of Epta Development Corp., a real estate development company based in BC, which I run alongside my two brothers, a family business. Like many of, like many of you here today, I also have a deep desire to help in any way I can to boost Greece's economic prosperity through an increased global acceptance of Greece's offerings. With that being said, I have the honor of introducing today George Milonas, CEO of the ALUMIL group of companies based in Greece. Over the course of 30 years, ALUMIL has taken a Hellenic-based industrial enterprise and enlarged it into a global footprint with over 3,000 employees deploying building envelope expertise and products worldwide. What makes this introduction particularly special for me is that both George and I come from family-owned businesses, while my brothers and I are rooted in real estate development, building projects in Canada, the UK, and the US. George and his family have focused on creating world-class aluminum products that shape the structures that we rely on today. Under George's leadership, ALUMIL has maintained its dedication to family values, sustainability, and technology advancements, making it a trusted name in the industry worldwide. Today, as we sit down together, I'm excited to explore the insights and values that drive his company and discuss what the future holds for ALUMIL. So let's get started. Please give a warm welcome to George Milonas. George, come on up. While George is getting settled in one of those seats there, if we could draw your attention to the screens behind us. We've got a short video that gives a high-level perspective of ALUMIL and its accomplishments over the last 30 years. Go ahead, guys.
We are driven by our passion to achieve the impossible, transforming nature's elements into materials, employing human ingenuity to find solutions, applying science and technology to create new architectural systems. Products that reflect our mission to improve people's lives and contribute in achieving their aspirations, to offer design of captivating aesthetics, to provide security, high performance, sound insulation, and energy efficiency, to create products of incomparable quality that take into consideration the ease of use, to provide aluminium systems trusted by millions of people from all over the world, designed and developed by our R&D department. A team of highly skilled engineers who strive for technical solutions and innovative products that are tested by worldwide renowned institutes. With more than 30 years of experience, we are one of the most advanced companies in the world, owning state-of-the-art production lines in 6 countries. High vertical integration is a key element to our success. From the foundry to surface finishes, our deep knowledge of aluminium and our ability to control all the production processes from the very beginning to the end ensures excellent quality control. In close collaboration with renowned institutions, we make sure that we keep our promise for top-of-the-line aluminium systems, ensuring that our advanced international logistics center and our warehouses across the globe provide the best services to our business partners and our consumers. so that our products can be monitored as they travel in more than 60 countries and safely reach and be a part of several major and renowned projects all around the world. But despite our success, we never lose sight of what really matters: the future. That is why the circular economy and sustainability are the core of our business. Reduce, reuse, and recycle materials and elements is a priority for ALUMIL, because the future is shaped by our values. Values shared by all talented people who made ALUMIL what it is today. A company that creates exceptional aluminium systems. A company with passion for building excellence.
In a world confronted by climate change, our stance is resolute. Our direction is clear. Presenting Loop 80, a game changer in sustainable architecture. Loop 80 is among the few certified recycled aluminum options worldwide for architectural profiles. How did we reach this pinnacle? Through strategic investment in cutting-edge recycling technology. This decision earned us the OK Recycled certification by TÜV Austria, a manifestation of our commitment to sustainable aluminum production. Loop 80 is more than just a product. It is a symbol of environmental responsibility. Choosing Loop 80 means that you make a conscious decision to preserve the environment and natural resources. Loop 80 by ALUMIL. We innovate to protect our planet for generations to come.
Okay, impressive video. So George Kalosirtis, welcome to Canada. Nice to see you here. Before we jump into some questions, I was just telling George, and I thought I'd relay that to you as well here in the crowd. One of those projects that was in the video is a project that's close to where I have my offices in downtown Vancouver. And as I drive to my office every day, it couldn't make me more proud to see the ALUMIL name, a Greek company, flashing in front of everyone's eyes as we drive through the downtown core. So congratulations for what you guys have accomplished so far. Perhaps we can get started by having you give the audience a little background on how the Milonas family became industrialists in the true sense of the word in Greece, because I know, as we talked before, your family was in the real estate business before.
Yes, exactly, but I would like to say before that, that was an answer to how much nuclear power we need. We try to eliminate the need for energy with our systems. So the family, yes, it was in the construction business, and back in the 60s in Greece, we started producing the metal. Now it's Metlin. At that time it was Pechiney. So everybody started using aluminium. Aluminium was a very nice solution for construction. My father liked the idea, so he said, let's produce it. And that's how we got in the business with the production of aluminium profiles in the beginning. Of course, that was very simple at that time. Now it's much more complicated and sophisticated because we are in this sector, but now, let's say what we do, we just improve people's lives. So aluminium, you know, it's just a tool. And I will explain.
That's great. Greece has obviously had its economic peaks and valleys, like every other country. If you look back, what was some of the challenges that you've faced over the last 30 years in taking your company where it is today?
I mean, after the Lehman Brothers worldwide crisis, in Greece things went much worse because we were not expecting that. So we were a happy nation, spending too much without producing too much. So the government, the state was bankrupt, the banks was bankrupt, not, let's say, officially, but that was the reality. And what was the result for the business? There was no banking system for financing the businesses. There was no construction. We are talking about 95% elimination of what was construction. The same problems was also in other areas where ALUMIL was very strong, like the Southeast Europe, the Balkan areas. And in 2015, as some of you probably remember, it was the capital control. So I couldn't get more than 20 euros from the bank, and I couldn't pay my suppliers. We buy aluminum from all over the world. It was a disaster, a very difficult situation, not only for ALUMIL, for everybody, but for ALUMIL as a multinational company. This affected not only what was happening in Greece, but affected what my company was doing in India, or what we were doing in Indonesia, or what we were doing in the US. So it was tough times.
So with that being the case, and we obviously saw that from afar, did you take that as an opportunity to expand your business outside of the Greek boundaries more so?
I mean, this crisis in Greece, of course, triggered when you need to survive, then you do extreme things, okay? But before that, I'll tell you, for us, the expansion abroad was very easy. What? For two reasons. The one is funny. We were doing a lot of exports in the Arab world at that time. And Greece was the biggest supplier of aluminium for these Arab countries, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, all these, Qatar. Why? Because these guys was coming to Greece very often for the bouzouki music. Yes, so we are taking them out in Athens, they are spending some time, and before they go, they put the orders. And that was not for me, for all the Greek aluminum producers. So that was the first initiative for export. The second one is, after 1991-92, that the countries, the ex-USSR countries or the East European countries opened their borders. You know, in all these countries they were Greeks. Because of our civil war with the communists, in all these countries they were communists. Yes, but brothers and sisters was in Greece, was there. So within 6 months, we created a network of salespeople in all these countries, from Uzbekistan to Russia to Kaliningrad to everywhere. And this helped us go very fast. And of course, to support all these, we had to make huge investments in the beginning in Greece. And then we start investing also in these countries that made ALUMIL from that time being 90% export-oriented. When this calmed down, we start exporting more and more in Europe. And when the crisis hit, we said, okay, guys, now where? Where shall we go? We have to go to more advanced markets where its predictability is a little bit better. So we invested huge amounts in R&D, creating new products, working a lot with institutes, research institutes, universities, not only in Greece, but also in UK, in Italy. And we created a new generation of products that was okay. We start after the markets took over. Until 2013 in New York, there were not even scaffolding. Our people were there just discussing about projects. But we were organizing ourselves for the next generation of products, which now we supply the markets. And I think that necessity pushed to give all these products that we have now, and they are extremely high level.
Well, it's certainly impressive as we're watching the screen here and the various projects are rolling through. It's impressive to see the projects and the scale of projects that you're involved in, your company is involved in. And so what would you say as a Hellenic-based company has been your advantage going into these markets versus other competitors that are already in those markets?
I'll tell you why. First of all, ALUMIL is the world leader in sliding systems. Why? We are in Greece. Everybody has a party, everybody goes out. You have to find solutions. Now If you go to Greece, you will see a lot of luxury hotels built underground. That means you make a whole house, and you have only a sliding door. You have to go from that in and out, and all the rest is underground. So, I mean, you need a lot of research to find solutions how to do that, with the sizes, with the other technologies, with the locking systems, with a lot of things. And this research leads us to crazy solutions. For example, we are the first one in the world that we have sliding systems is magnetic elevated. They don't move on rollers, they move on magnets, because now it's so big that and so heavy you cannot do it with rollers anymore. Or we have curtain walls where you produce energy. Okay, use special materials together with aluminum, and then you can produce energy from the surfaces. And this comes out of the necessity of giving solutions. And then we have experience. We make high-rise buildings in India, which are so stupid and so cheap that, we don't afford to show to any other part of the world. Or we make very sophisticated solutions because with time, it's in the beginning it was okay. I have energy efficiency. It was one issue that we have to confront it. There, a lot of companies have progressed a lot. I think we are on the top. But then you have to combine security, fire protection, energy efficiency, ease of operation, and all these together. That's make the ALUMIL to be one step beyond than international competition. And just think that working around the world, in fact, there are 5 or 6 companies doing that. International companies. Maybe you can find somebody in Canada, no. But in US, that it's really big, but it's only in US. So, I mean, and this competition made us Greeks be more inventive and working harder, to stay at the top.
So those are some of the competitive advantages if you had to stay on top. Now, in terms of the challenges that you had making inroads into our market here in Canada, from the perspective of government, were there any challenges? What were the challenges? What sort of challenges did you have making the inroads here in Canada?
I mean, you've seen the buildings that we've done in Vancouver. Exceptional buildings, very high engineering, difficult. It's very difficult to have a slider system open in the rain and all the weather conditions, because it's not like here in Vancouver that you have balconies and it's out that's difficult, okay? Because this is a stupid detail, but the water doesn't go out, go down, goes up as well, depending on the air. So you have to confront these situations. And these were difficulties, and the people that trusted us to give the solutions there, for us it was in the beginning, it was strange, because a great company, no matter what we think of ourselves, and no matter how much we can prove what we can do, we are not easily accepted. I remember when we did the Google building, they put so high standards, there were only 2 companies in the world that could do the building, one German, one us. But we're Greeks, we're faster, We did it much faster, and we got the project. They put the standard so high that there was not an existing system. So, that helped us also be accepted in the country, but it was very hard. We have to prove them, we have to make the prototypes, make part of the construction, make all the tests, because it was not only to comply with the specifications of the Canadian market that we do anyway, we have to go beyond that. And we managed. That took time. We risked a lot because we spent a lot of money before we've been accepted. But then we started doing 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Now you see Vancouver is ALUMIL. Huh?
It's incredible.
And we'll do that in Toronto as well.
One day it's coming, right? Very soon. So, the stigma you just talked about, the stigma with Greece, how has that played a role in your entry into various markets?
I mean, usually when we are talking about technology in fenestration, the Germans are number one. Was number one, now I don't know. But anyway, number one. And they were easily accepted. Germany means quality technology. Greece means sun, beaches, civilization. For that, everybody is, are well accepted and are rewarded. For aluminium, okay, we were telling them, guys, we produce aluminium since 1960. We are one of the oldest countries in the world producing aluminium frames. But the industrial part of our Greece is not easily accepted. This is a problem. But what is one of our huge advantages that we have? Greece has a nice name. So when we invite architects from Singapore, okay, or from UK, or from Mexico. In Mexico, there are very fine architects, or from other parts of the world. They love to come to Greece. They come, they have fantastic food. They have the meze, the ouzo, the fish, everything. They spend the time. We'll take them to the village of Aristoteles. Then we take them to Alexander's the Great place. They walk by the sea. The weather is mostly nice. So it's very easy to bring them. And I take advantage of that. You know, have a full hospitality team and when they come and then they see, and then they are convinced, because it's like, you know, it's like Christ. You have to touch it. When they come and touch it, then we take the order. That's simple as that.
That's amazing. I love it. So, you know, going back to the previous group with raw materials, raw minerals, how has the availability of resources in Greece helped or hindered your company's ability to grow?
I mean, when you have the raw materials, then the most usual is that the downstream goes together, okay? And that was the issue. Metal start producing the metal at that time as Pechiney, and we start taking advantage of the metal because at that time it was important. And then also they're using also the price policies to help us a little bit. So downstream was local. And because of that, you know, there was competition. And when there is competition, there is evolution. And that's how we used the existence of metal in Greece. There's huge amounts of bauxite, okay? And they make it in alumina. And if we can go on solving the problems of energy, we can produce metal and can produce much more aluminium than now. The only limitation for Greece is, but we have the minerals, they are there. And that's a big advantage, and everybody knows that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things as I've grown up going to Greece. Everyone always talked, I come from Nafpaktos. My family background is from Nafpaktos, and close to Nafpaktos, there's a lot of bauxite. And so when you speak of bauxite being available, readily available in Greece, is that resource being extracted at the level that you think is productive for the country?
Yes, I think yes, they take very much care. In the past, it was not so. When the French guys was there, they was not considering all the aspects. But just think, 30 years ago, environmental issues were not so hot. Okay, so you could bypass some things. But now everything is done with very, very high attendance to environmental issues, and I think that there's no problem in Greece with what they do with the bauxite, how they extract it, how they treat it or process it. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I know we're running short on time here, so I'm gonna maybe jump to the final question. As perhaps you can end with telling us a little bit about your aspirations of the company in the years ahead, and what you hope your legacy is as a Hellenic-based organization.
ALUMIL is operating in 68 countries. We have 32 subsidiaries around the world. I don't want to be big, I want to be the best. And that's what they're going to do. And you know, it's not only Greece. For me, it's Thessaloniki. You know, if you go to Hyderabad, they don't know Athens. They know Thessaloniki. Okay? If you go to Jaipur, the same. If you go to, I don't know, to Vietnam, and this is something that excites us. Not only me, but also the next generation, our children, that are always proud of doing things for Greece and for Thessaloniki. So it's not a matter of how much money we make or how big turnover we are going to make. We want to know us around the world that we are a high-quality company that provides and delivers what it's promised.
That's amazing. So I think with that, our time is pretty much up. So I'm going to wrap it up by telling you that it's a privilege to finally meet you. I've seen your products, and we've all seen your products as we travel through Greece and worldwide now. And you and your company are making us extremely proud as Greeks. And for that, I think it's worthy of another round of applause to thank George for coming and joining us.
Just say that to others. What you can do for us is say to others, hey guys, in Greece there is a company that can deliver this good company, you know?
Well, that's just it. That voice is gonna echo loud and clear. So thank you very much again. And maybe I can ask Katerina to come up for the next session. Thank you very much.
No, give us a moment, because apart from ALUMIL, I am the Vice President of the Thessaloniki Technology Innovation Center, which is a very important project. I would like you to know about it. Give us 3 minutes. We will show you what is it. In Thessaloniki, a group of businessmen decided that we have to do something for Thessaloniki. So we put our money, we gathered a lot of millions, and we went to the Prime Minister and we said, give us a piece of land, and we will turn it into an innovation center for Europe. And we'll bring all these companies. And all these companies that you heard about, Pfizer and others, they are in, they're helping as well. So our Prime Minister Mitsotakis said, okay, guys, I'll give you 760,000 square meters for free on the sea, next to the airport in Thessaloniki, the best place for villas, but it will turn it innovation as an innovation center. And we want to invite the people to come and invest there. Either invest there for the real estate of the business, or for bringing high-tech companies. Already we started, there are about 12 companies, international companies, not Greek companies, that are coming in. But this is a very big place. It's a unique place, and it's so cheap that, I mean, it's a big opportunity. Just have a look to the 2 minutes video, and if somebody interested, just let me know, or in our embassy we have a lot of information about this Thessaloniki Innovation Center.
Do you have the video? Perfect. Okay.
What you see is us laying the groundwork for a 4th generation science and technology park. The latest meeting point of the world's entrepreneurship, innovation, and academic excellence. On a sunny Greek beach, next to the international airport of Thessaloniki, we are developing a habitat for 7,000 scientists and professionals. A habitat full with state-of-the-art laboratories, amphitheatres, meeting rooms, offices, and hospitality outlets.
Έχουμε πανεπιστήμια τα οποία έχουν εξαιρετικά εργαστήρια, έχουμε ερευνητικά ιδρύματα σημαντικά, επιχειρήσεις εξωστρεφής που κάνουν εξαγωγές, αλλά δεν τους έχουμε φέρει ποτέ αυτούς μαζί, κοντά.
The foundations are laid for pioneering companies to relocate their research and growth departments here. Their brilliant minds working together for what matters most, the cutting-edge technologies of the future. Multinational tech companies, investment funds and VCs, Greek diaspora, digital nomads, startups, service providers. They know this park is their best choice. The superb waterfront location next to Thessaloniki's universities, international airport, seaport and exhibition centre, just a short drive away from Halkidiki, one of Europe's top summer destinations.
Η Ελλάδα ολόκληρη έχει ανάγκη και περιμένει την ολοκλήρωση του Κέντρου Καινοτομίας Tech. Όχι μόνο για το 1 δισεκατομμύριο περίπου επενδύσεις που βεβαιωμένα θα αποδώσει στα επόμενα 8 με 10 χρόνια, αλλά γιατί θα αλλάξει ριζικά και την Ελλάδα. Θα αλλάξει το παραγωγικό της μοντέλο, από κρατικοδίαιτο και επιδοτούμενο σε διεθνώς ανταγωνιστικό.
Built by innovators for innovators, our science and technology park will open by 2026. What is now a great opportunity in a matter of a few years will be a landmark on the global network of high-tech innovators.
Well, thank you again, George. I think with that video, I think he may have just found a buyer, and you guys may have just seen that right firsthand. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.